as a college expert or college advisor, because I do think I can bring some value. And if you don't need this information and you're just trying to fall asleep and the whispering helps and it's so boring that you just pass out, that's okay, and that's good too. So, before I get started, I am not an expert, but I do think I know a lot about college, just because ever since I was in 6th grade, I wanted to go to Stanford and play tennis, and then it was Yale, and then I ended up going to Northwestern University, and I'll talk about Northwestern, but I'll also talk about kind of other schools that I think are great, and what I learned from just going through the process. Now, I'm also going to preface this video. This is essentially going to be a whisper ramble, but I'm going to preface this video with that college is not for everyone, and I really, really mean that. I think the value of undergraduate degrees is going down. I think more and more people are getting them, and what comes down to getting a job is your ability to learn, your ability to pick things up and respect people and to function in structure. And if you're doing something like me, ASMR or other creative things, your degree does not really matter. I mean, college is incredible for having amazing experiences and networking and meeting people and friends and making connections, but it costs a lot of money. And if you're not on a scholarship or financial aid, it can be tough, and you can have a lot of student loans. And if you're not that stoked about college and you don't need a fraternity, or you don't need to be in an a cappella group, or you want to do something that doesn't require a degree, then I would completely encourage you to start and hit the ground running at 18 and get a head start before everyone else is doing stuff in college. But with that, I'm going to kind of talk about what I know about it. So, I luckily had really great grades in high school, and I did really well, and I worked really hard, but I took the hardest schedule possible. And by taking a harder schedule with AP classes, you have the opportunity to get a higher GPA, which raises your class rank, which can save you money in college. And I know a lot of your AP teachers in high school will be like, this will save you money, or take the AP test. I know it's $80, but it's worth it. I graduated a year early from college because of my AP classes and saved a whole year on tuition. Not to brag. Sorry. Not to brag or not to boast that, but it was a good decision. It might have not been the best decision to do that, but here I am. And take AP classes. I will say that they aren't that hard if you put in the work. They're just like regular high school classes. You'll be less bored, but you'll be more inspired to do better. So, I was originally going to make a video about my 10 favorite colleges and talk about why I like them and that sort of thing, but I realize that that doesn't apply to everyone, and that might only apply to a specific group of people. But I will say that do your research. There are scholarships available, there's financial aid available, and if you are diverse, meaning you belong to a racial group that has lower percentages at colleges, or you come from a certain income bracket, or you're an international student, or you played a really interesting sport, or you play a very unique instrument at a high level, what colleges want is diversity. And I know there's some colleges that care less about that, and the entire school is predominantly white, and I will not at any of those colleges, but you have a better chance of getting into a school if you belong to one of these smaller groups, the smaller demographics, and people don't realize that applying with those qualities sports and technology and the sciences, but they lack in their theater program. I have a friend that went there and had done theater at a very high level and was very disappointed with the theater at Stanford. You don't want to end up in the wrong place, and you need to think of colleges and applying to colleges as finding a match, because there are different cultures, there are different political spheres. Some colleges are extremely liberal, some colleges are extremely conservative, and if this video encourages you to do anything, take the time to research it. Learn as much as you can about them. Now, something that people don't know about are liberal arts colleges, and you might have heard that term, but I'm not talking about studying the liberal arts, meaning a broad arrangement of classes and disciplines. I'm talking about schools that identify as liberal arts schools. Some of these are like Amherst, Swarthmore, Middlebury, Bowdoin, Williams. And if you haven't heard of any of these colleges, that's why I'm telling you about them. They are academically incredible. They have incredible alumni. They're incredibly small, so you get a lot of attention. And a lot of them have beautiful campuses, but people don't know about them because they want to apply to UCLA, UC Berkeley, Georgetown, Yale, Harvard, Princeton, Duke. There are some schools that are way less applied to, which increases your chances of getting in. And because they're private and because they have large endowments, they can afford to bring people to their school that have less money. So if you're an athlete and you want to play, if you're sitting there and you're like, I play soccer and I'm pretty good, but I can't play at UCLA, you could get onto the team at Williams, you could get onto the team at Middlebury, you could get on the team at Swarthmore, and there's a whole list of schools that are just as great, and you'll learn a broad spectrum of things, and you might not have the big sports, like Ohio State or Michigan, you're not going to have a big football team, but you might be able to play on the football team, and you'll have really small class sizes where you're dealing with very smart professors that have amazing connections in the real world. So look up on US College News the difference between national universities and liberal arts universities. If you've gotten to this part of the video and you're disappointed with the fact that this is ASMR and you want to be in a situation that's more relaxing, I invite you to check out my other videos, but I thought this would be fun for me to do on a whisper ramble. So, obviously, if you have any questions as well, comment below and I'll direct you to the right place, or I'll answer with the best of my ability. But those are some things I wanted to say. And if you're in high school right now and you're a sophomore and you know you have to take the SAT or these certain test or the ACT, be on top of it, because if you're not, you'll miss deadlines, you'll miss application deadlines, you'll miss opportunities to take the test, and college can really define a lot of your life. It can define your friends, where you make your friends, the types of friends you make, the experience that you have for the next 4 years. Some of you might be thinking, I don't have enough for college, or I'm not going to college, or I might apply to these schools and not do the research and find schools that match your academic level, but also have amazing options. Maybe you're like, hey, I would love to live in Boston, or I would love to live in Florida because that sounds fun, or I want to go to a school in California. There's more schools is all about options. I applied to 18 colleges, and that's absurd. But the reason why I did that is because I had 3 categories of schools for myself. I had schools where I was going to do theater, I had schools where I could do theater and something else, and I had schools where I wouldn't do a lot of theater, but it would be good for my academics. So I had to audition for 5 schools to be in their musical theater program, including NYU, University of Michigan, Carnegie Mellon. These are top musical theater programs. And then I applied to schools like Harvard, Princeton, and Yale, and Stanford. That were my academic schools. And then my schools in the middle where I could do theater and something else were like Northwestern, Brown. I could study it at UC Berkeley, UCLA, some of these schools, and I ended up applying to all of them. I got not rejected, but deferred from early action. So early action is a part of the college application process where you can apply to 1 or maybe 2 schools before all the other schools, and that's indicating to that college that that's your top choice. So Yale was the school that I was like, if I get into Yale, I'm probably gonna go. And some of those decisions are binding or not, meaning that if you get in, you have to go. Have to is a loose word. Or schools that are early action, which means you're not bound to go to that school, but getting into that, also do your research. And I got deferred, which means that I was pushed to the regular application for Yale, and I was eventually rejected. But my final schools that I got into were Northwestern, NYU for musical theater, and Berkeley, UC Berkeley. And those 3 were all across the country. So NYU's obviously in New York, Northwestern was in Illinois, the Midwest, in Chicago, and Berkeley was in Northern California. And I chose Northwestern because it was a place where I could do both theater and other things, other academics. I was doing some pre-med stuff, and it gave me some more money. Berkeley was free with the scholarship that I got, and NYU was the most expensive. So when it came down to NYU and Northwestern, because I knew I wanted to study theater in college, I decided to. People told me that if I went to NYU, I would start my musical theater career because I'd be in New York and I'd be auditioning and I'd be studying musical theater 24/7, and Northwestern was a college experience. And I chose Northwestern because I wanted a college experience. At school, I did a bunch of different things. I was in a fraternity and a cappella group. I studied theater. I played on the tennis team, the club tennis team. And I'm not going to go into my college experience that much because that's just to me. But what I learned from other kids at other schools is that 1, you'll make friends anywhere, and 2, finding the right fit is important. My roommate actually moved away from Northwestern and went to USC because he didn't like the cold, and he had a lot of friends in California, had a lot of friends at USC, and because he got good grades at Northwestern, he could transfer really easily and got in. I almost transferred as well just because it was freezing. Also understand that like the weather and being away from home and all of these things have factors. But I guess I've been kind of rambling, obviously, because this is a whisper ramble, but I'm really passionate about this stuff, and my college experience was great, but I know I could have been happier at other places, but I was very happy with where I went. Schools that I think you should apply to no matter what Okay, and there's a collection of schools called the Claremont schools, and they're in Claremont, California, and they range from Pomona, which is like as hard to get into as Stanford, honestly, not as hard, but like requires that academic, and there's like 5 or 6 schools that are all small liberal arts schools, so it feels like you're at a big school. So there's Claremont McKenna, which is the next one down. There's the Harvey Mudd School, which has a great business school. Scripps, which is an all-girls school, and other options. So check out the Claremont schools, because then you'll be in California. You'll get the benefit of being small classrooms and get the small college private school feel, but also there's a ton of kids and there's a rivalry between the football teams and the sports split in half, so that's a really fun thing to do. Occidental College in California is great. Emerson is a great school that I know a lot of people had fun at. That's in Boston, and it's in a beautiful area and has amazing arts programs and isn't impossible to get into. I would also say that any school in the top 20, UCLA, USC, definitely apply to. They're big schools. You'll have a ton of fun. You'll be in Los Angeles if you can get into those. Any of the UC schools are pretty good, except for a couple, and I'm not going to name them because I don't want to like offend anyone, but there's a couple really good UC schools. And schools in the South. Baylor is a really great school in Texas that isn't that hard to get into, I don't think. And Chapman University, Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles is a great school, beautiful campus, great location, great culture. I guess the moral of this entire thing is to look into it, because there's options for everyone. There are schools for everyone, and there are scholarships for everyone. And I know it can seem like college is only for rich kids and for privileged people and white people, but that's not entirely the case. So I'm really wondering if this was a good video or not. I noticed that some of my other whisper videos that were random have done well, so hopefully you're asleep. And if you're not, and if this information was valuable to you in any way, then I hope that it was. I really do think that college can be an amazing time, an amazing learning experience. I kind of look at it like a rigorous or academic summer camp, because you're essentially just going to live away and mess around and learn and do crazy things. But that's all I'm gonna say today. If this video was completely unappreciated, let me know in the comments so I can change on the next time. And I would definitely have to say that the live stream that I did a couple days ago, it was impromptu. I didn't announce it because I wanted to test it out. Was super successful. So thank you all that I got to meet on the live stream and talk to you guys and do ASMR with the mic. It was really fun. So those are going to be on Wednesdays, and we're going to figure out a time right now. So if you go to the community tab, you can request or vote for the time that you want the live stream to be. I want to get as many of you on there as possible, and we can just hang and do role plays and do different types of things. Okay, I've said what I needed to say. Go study, do your best, be yourself, and find a place that will reward that self that you've created. I'm gonna shamelessly